See, here's the problem with your transition, right? Amber, right? Amber, and your Uyghur hate crime, right? You didn't want to take a report, you didn't want to do an investigation, and you completely did everything you could to obstruct an actual investigation into the murder of Officer Santander for completely illegitimate reasons. And when time came to address the matters associated with Amber, there was absolutely nothing close to an acceptable investigation, much less anything acceptable about the whole prosecution. And now, rather than having the legacy, Dallas, of actually participating in evidence collection and processing and addressing matters related to health and safety of women and children at their most vulnerable, including when they go to domestic violence shelters, what you've done is you've aided and abetted a very significant illegal underwriting operation with international implications. And so, even if I personally would have actually done enough work to successfully have helped finance a construction project in the city of Dallas, there's no way I could support it under these terms. Let's just take for a second, let's just take the racialized and completely anti Semitic implications of what you did and what you allowed to happen. Let's just take out of that consideration that there were women and perhaps men that were expected to participate without their consent, right? Let's just take that out. Let's take out the sex and let's take out the racism. Let's take that out for a second. We need to actually address matters related to structural integrity of any projects that would be involved. And when you have such gross negligence, at the least, involving officers of the law, how can I trust that you would actually be qualifying whatever workforce would be involved with that construction? How could I trust that any of your engineering reports or any of your construction reports would accurately reflect what the actual risk of that project were? After what I saw when you guys were setting up those ops for that bond that has its anniversary just in time, it seems, for an international conference of central bankers, what I saw in terms of flagrant, intentional violation of health and safety under normal circumstances, much less under a pandemic circumstances, do you really think I would do anything related to investing in construction? Or are you trying to give a kickback in regards to the operation that was set up in connection with the former governor and with the attorney general of Texas related to pension payoffs involving somebody's daughter classification? Yeah, that's what it sounds like, and that's disgusting. It's completely criminal. And it's anti Irish and it's anti Semitic. And now it makes me think that you literally set it up. Who in your union, who actually on the Dallas police force co conspired in the hate crime against Amber Geiger? That's what it was. You all allowed for a completely illicit and illegal operationalization of intersection of members of finance and banking and insurance. I contend what you did is you stole her accounts. You allowed for people in finance to take a cop car on a ride, and she caught them. And you've been covering it up this whole time because you let them take ladies on rides all the time. And apparently, your garage manager in Bermuda got caught. It's not a workers' rights struggle at this point. There's no way any sound investor would actually invest in a construction project in the Dallas-Fort Worth area while you guys are doing this. And that impacts everybody, including people that would otherwise want to invest in Dallas. So I did my work apparently, and apparently I did some rather quality work. You have not.